Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. And will finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Coverage, and it's intercepted. Guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defense is in. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Mecole Hardman, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. To throw on 3rd down. Huntley going to let it fly for Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Hardman on a return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity late.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
3rd and long for Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The handoff to
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, Huntley. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mecole Hardman, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Is good.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Greg Zerline.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Cook. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Cook's the ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 39. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Operating from the gun. Huntley. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Dan Bailey lining up.
With that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
And I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. The return man, Wilson. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs him up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First down, Cowboys.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
21, Vikings 14.
They keep on the ground with Elliott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Amari Cooper. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott from the gun. Completes it to Hardman. But able to get it up past the 45. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he was going out right near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Huntley. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 19-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 19.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5. leaves them with a 1st and goal. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and...
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Operating from the gun. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point try by Bailey. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
At the 29-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. They'll try to throw now. Prescott completes it right side to Cooper. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down.
16 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Fights loose. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
3rd down.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Huntley, flush to his right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
9-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Dallas.
A 1st down carry by Allen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Their own 33-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake. Huntley. This throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Huntley. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Huntley. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
40-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so...
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Back to the air on 2nd down. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
They'll
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll run on first down. Elliott. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw on second down. Huntley, and his throw is incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing on third and long. Huntley, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A good run there by Cook on first down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Elliott. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
Again, it's Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Cowboys.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in
this pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's now 3 turnovers in this 2nd half. Very costly. And earlier in the half, Charles, when I asked you for your keys to the 2nd half, you said, hey, maybe trite, but it's going to be turnovers. That's been the story.
It certainly has, but I didn't expect it to be this much of the story. I mean, when you're getting up to 3, you're really putting your team in jeopardy.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott. This is Amari Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
Dallas.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Now Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
They got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. They'll run with Cook. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They try again with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal.
Operating from the gun. Huntley to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. Now they have a 1st down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets out near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley is going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, Huntley setting up the screen for Cook. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what, I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch. tomorrow.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline? And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 53 yards.
On first down, it's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Dalton Schultz, incomplete. It's third.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Prescott. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a first throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards. yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
On the carry.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Aldon Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. From the gun, Huntley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. What can Prescott do in the OT? Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 39, Prescott, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, 3rd down here.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Prescott down. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.